Hello, and welcome to Crystal Petrie Consulting. I am Crystal Petrie. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, we are going to talk about fundraising. I know, a lot of people do not like to fundraise. Either it's the ask that's difficult for you, or it's the entire process, getting volunteers, doing the invitations, all of it can be overwhelming. Well, that's where I come in. Crystal Petrie of Crystal Petrie Consulting. I am here to help you raise more money when you're fundraising, stress less when you're fundraising. This trainer, this training is fundraising for beginners. Again, I am your host, Crystal Petrie. If you need help or assistance with fundraising, please contact me. If you have questions about a fundraising project that you want to do or that you will do, please contact me. All of my information is on the screen. You can reach me via my website at www.capetryllc.com. You can also reach me by email, crystal at capetryllc.com. You can also give me a call. That number is 832 930 2432. And of course, follow me on social media. Subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. Follow me on LinkedIn right now. I'm always giving expert advice, great tips that you can use on your fundraising journey. Again, connect with me on social media. Let's not let this live training be the last time that we speak. Subscribe to my YouTube channel right now and follow me on LinkedIn right now. Let's get to it. The mission of my training, the mission of this training is to equip you with the essential knowledge and skills to effectively raise funds for your organizations or causes. Now, make sure you stay until the end because I will tell you how you can receive my PowerPoint free of charge. And if you have questions, please put those in the comments below and I will answer them at the end of the presentation. Number one, demystifying fundraising. What I am wanting to do is make the process understandable and accessible to fundraisers. Fostering confidence, a huge thing when you're fundraising. I want to empower you to approach fundraising with belief in your ability to exceed and succeed. I want to build foundational knowledge, meaning provide a solid understanding of fundraising principles, strategies, and best practices. I'm going to help you enable impact, helping individuals generate the necessary resources to achieve your organization's mission and create a positive change. And lastly, develop practical skills. And again, if you have questions or comments, please put those in the comment box below. Developing practical skills. I'm going to teach you how to identify potential donors, craft compelling fundraising messages, and implement effective fundraising campaigns. What is fundraising? I'm so glad you asked. Fundraising is the process of soliciting and gathering funds for a cause. That can be a cause that's personal to you. That could be a cause that's personal to your company. That could be a cause that's personal to a family or a friend. Fundraising is very important for nonprofits, startups, and individuals because it helps to grow your foundation, your organization, your nonprofit in so many ways, number one, but it also helps to create and implement positive change in your community. Fundraising for nonprofits, startups, and individuals is a necessity. Why does fundraising matter? Again, a great question. Fundraising is vital for nonprofits as it provides the financial resources needed to operate programs, pay your staff, and cover operational costs. Additionally, it allows organizations to expand their impact within their community, launch new initiatives, new ideas, and invest in technology and innovation. Ultimately, fundraising ensures nonprofits, individuals, that you can achieve your mission and create positive change in your community and maybe even other communities as well. Number one, you have to create a fundraising plan. Before you do anything else, you have to create a fundraising plan. There is an old saying that says, if you do not plan, then you plan to fail. And that is so true with fundraising. You have to create a plan. Here are a few things that you absolutely need when you're creating your fundraising plan. And this needs to be done before anything else is done. Number one, define your fundraising strategy. What are you going to do to raise funds? What are you going to do to get people in your community, in your schools, in your churches, in your mosque, even outside of your community? What are you going to do to get them to donate their hard earned money to you and to your cause? That is very important. Number two, develop a timeline, meaning what is the first day that your fundraising efforts will start? What is the very last day that people can fundraise? Will there be a deadline to connect and collect fundraising dollars? That is also part of the plan. How much money do you want to collect with your fundraising efforts? With this, you need to have in, for example, in 2 months, this is how much I want to have fundraised. In 4 months, this is how much I want to have fundraised. By having that timeline, you will know if you are exceeding your expectations, which is great. You will also know if you are not exceeding your expectations. And when you see that, if that is the case, you will be able to pivot if you need to, make changes where you need to. You will be able to see all of this by looking at your timeline. Number three, allocate resources. Where are you going to spend money that you already have? Meaning, are you going to spend that on marketing? Are you going to spend that on advertising, TV, radio, billboards, maybe even social media? Are you going to spend money on printing, invitations, flyers, things like that? Where are you going to allocate your resources? And how much are you going to spend in each area? Also, resources are not just advertising and marketing dollars, resources are also volunteers. Where are you going to recruit your volunteers? How are you going to retain your volunteers? Once you have volunteers, what are you going to have them to do? Because when someone volunteers for your organization, they do not want to just be sitting around. If they are volunteering, they want to work. They want to make an impact, and it is up to you to make sure that happens. Another thing, identify potential challenges and the solutions. In life, as well as in fundraising, things will always come up. And what you can plan for, please plan for those things. There are going to be things that come up that you cannot plan for. But the things that you can plan for, let's make sure that you have a plan A, plan B, and plan C. For example, if you are holding an outside event, we all know weather is very unpredictable. If it rains at your event, what is going to be your plan B if that happens? If you are at an outside event, what if it snows? What is your plan B for that challenge? What is your solution for that challenge? So, your fundraising plan, create that before you do anything else. Define your fundraising strategy, develop a timeline, allocate your resources, and identify potential challenges and the solutions to those challenges. Here are a few examples of successful fundraising campaigns. Giving Tuesday. I don't know if you have seen this or heard of this, but this is a huge fundraising campaign. Primarily, I would say probably 99% of this is done online, on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter. This hashtag has grown exponentially because it's done online and it's consistent. Every Tuesday, you will see this hashtag, Giving Tuesday. It tells you what to do. Number one, give, and it tells you when to do it. Number two, on a Tuesday. It's become so huge that all kind of companies, nonprofits, organizations are now using the hashtag Giving Tuesday because it works. It's consistent. It's always there. It's always front of mind. It is where a lot of people are. That is social media, and it's very easy to do. Another successful fundraising campaign was the Ice Bucket Challenge for ALS. This this blew up several years ago, and it continues to raise so much money. The Ice Bucket Challenge, again, was on social media. It allowed for people to virtually make a fool of themselves, have fun while doing it, and recruit other friends, family, and coworkers to do it. Everyone was doing it, from grandma and grandpas to even professional football players, professional basketball players, tennis players. Everyone joined in on this fundraising campaign because it was fun to do, number one. Number two, it allowed for them to participate in it and then nominate someone else to do it. So the fundraising did not stop with just me or my brother or my coworker. It was able to expand to everyone else. It was like the perfect referral system. And you were able to post your videos on social media, which raised awareness and it raised money. Nothing about either one of these campaigns were stressful. They're very easy to implement, very easy to continue, and it allowed for people to easily donate to the fundraising campaigns. And those reasons is why Giving Tuesday and the Ice Bucket Challenge were so huge and so successful and continue to be successful in raising fundraising dollars. As you can see, for the Ice Bucket Challenge, they initially wanted to raise $77 million, which is a huge amount, in my opinion. They ended up raising $115 million, and that was as of 2014. 10 years later, I'm sure that number has more than doubled. So when you're doing a fundraiser, make sure it's easy for people to donate. Make sure it is always at the front of mind of your potential donors. Make sure that it's fun to do, something that people will enjoy doing. Here are some fundraising ideas for you in case you need help with what you can do to fundraise. Here are some ideas that I am freely giving to you. Walkathons and charity runs are always a huge event. It is easy to put together and it brings people together, which is always the goal. You want to bring people together under a common idea, a common cause. Walkathons and charity runs get the community involved in physical activity while raising funds. It's fun. You get to do it outside. But remember, if you have an outside event, what is your solution in case of a change in weather? Another thing with walkathons and charity runs, you can also do an add on. People love t shirts. So you can create beautiful will look and feel the same and look and feel amazing while walking or running for your cause. The next fundraising idea I have for you, what about a gala or a dinner? This is a formal or it could be a casual event, live music, auctions, delicious food. People love getting up and getting dressed. They love getting dressed up, putting on their Sunday's best or even their Saturday night's best. People love live music. It's almost nothing like it. Put together a gala, put together a dinner. This will be amazing and it brings in a lot of fundraising dollars. Next, what about an auction? An auction is an online or live auction featuring donated items or experiences or services. I remember I participated in an auction for a community fundraiser and I donated the services of my consulting firm to that auction. When you have an auction, it could be a myriad of things. It could be autographed memorabilia, it can be services, it can be experiences, maybe a hiking trip or a chef catered meal. You can do just about anything in an auction that people find valuable. If you need help with coming up with more fundraising ideas, contact me now on my website, capetryllc.com. If you already have a fundraising idea but need help putting that idea together and making it the best idea, contact me now on my website, capetryllc.com. Don't forget, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on LinkedIn. I'm always putting great tips and information about fundraising that you can use. Understand your audience. So, who are you targeting? Who are you wanting to donate to your organization? Of course, we can say we want everyone, but you need to be specific. Remember to allocate your resources, allocate your dollars, allocate your volunteers. Who is your target audience? Is it mothers? Is it fathers? Is it children? Is it teenagers? Is it teachers? Is it doctors? Is it lawyers? Know who your audience is so you will know how to advertise to them. Create your donor information. Again, male, female, married, single. Is there an age? Is there an income level? You need to know all of this information to understand your audience. Once you understand who your target audience is, then you will know how to tailor your fundraising message to your audience. Don't waste dollars, resources, or people if you do not know who your audience is. Don't be wasteful. You want to, in your nonprofit organization, as an individual, you want to bring a positive change to your community, a positive change to your school. You want to raise fundraising dollars for whatever cause, whatever positive cause that you have in your heart and in your soul. You have to understand your audience and able to do that. In order to do that, now, you have to set your fundraising goals. And I like to use the acronym SMART. S is for specific, M is for measurable, A, achievable, R, relevant, and T, time bound. Next, you want to break down your large goals into smaller milestones. And that goes back to being smart, setting smart fundraising goals. Be very specific. Exactly how much money do you want to fundraise? How are you going to do that? How is that going to be achievable for you and for your organization? Is it relevant to what's going on right now? Maybe it's relevant to something that happened in the past or something that will happen. And time bound. Make sure your fundraising goals are timely. Don't let them just go on and on and on because people will forget about them. And your goals. You have your large goals. Say you want to raise $100,000 or $50,000. Break down those goals into monthly goals. How much do you want to raise each month? That's going to get you to that $100,000. That's going to get you to that $10,000. So you have your big goal, your big number. What do you need to do each month to accomplish that end goal of that big number? If you follow the steps that I am giving you in this fundraising training, you will be able to accomplish every goal and every milestone that you have set for yourself, for your organization, and for your cause. And remember, if you need help, contact me. I can be reached via email, crystal@CAPETRYLLC.com. Here are some top fundraising trends: crowdfunding platforms, Kickstarter and GoFundMe. These let your fundraising dollars be expanded to everyone on social media and even those on the internet. And it makes giving very easy. Peer-to-peer fundraising. This is basically when you are going door to door, business to business, and asking people to donate to your cause. Social media fundraising. Social media fundraising is a huge trend right now because so many people are on social media and you can get your message out to a wide number of people for free or very little cost. Donor advised funds. This is people that are just going to give you money and donate to your cause. Corporate sponsorships, getting a huge corporation to purchase a table, getting a huge corporate sponsorship to purchase the decorations. All of these are top fundraising trends that are working right now for so many other people and can work for you. If you have questions, don't forget, post those in the comments and I will answer them. Here are some top fundraising tools, email marketing tools for donor communication. You have MailChimp, so many email marketing tools that are free or of very little cost that you can type up your message and send out to everyone that you know. Again, social media platforms, outreach and engagement. QR code giving. People can just scan that QR code from their cell phone and give immediately. Remember, you want to make giving as easy as possible for your donors. Mobile giving. This is where people text a number that has been created and they can donate, and their dollars go directly to your fundraising goal. And of course, there's always websites. People can log onto your website and donate from your website. These are all top fundraising tools that are being used by so many different people so effectively, and it's working, and it can do the exact same for you. Tell your fundraising story. Make sure you craft a compelling narrative. Highlight the impact of donations. So, why should people give to you? Tell the story. This should be an emotional story because people are emotional creatures. If you can reach them on an emotional level, you can reach their dollars. St. Jude has an incredible narrative. I actually donate to St. Jude. I do not have any sick children. I've never known any sick children that have cancer, but St. Jude has an amazing story of treating children who have cancer at no cost to the parents, the grandparents, or anyone. They treat the children at no cost. It's something I have never, ever heard of. They provide food, they provide shelter. I believe they provide transportation. They give everything that they think is going to help the parents and the guardians and help the sick child. I donate to them monthly. Without thought, I know that that money is coming out of my account because their compelling narrative, their compelling story touched me emotionally, even though I don't have any sick children. I don't know any children that's been affected by cancer, thank God. But their narrative really spoke to me, and I wanted to be able to help as many children and families as possible. Make sure your story is compelling. Make sure your story is emotional. The importance of thank you. Make sure you always thank your donors promptly and sincerely. I always say 7 days after your event, you need to start sending out thank yous. Make sure you provide updates on the progress of what the fundraising dollars have done. And this will help you build long term donor relationships. I hope that you have heard something, listened to something that's going to help you raise more money and stress less in your fundraising campaign. Again, if you have questions, if you need help, contact me and I would be glad to offer you my services. Good luck on your fundraising journey. And remember, you got this. I believe in you.